Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of the Ajheatblast podcast. Today with me are my guests, Justice and Emilio.
Hi.
Up there.
Today's topic is going to be upcoming games within the next year. And I want to start off with that new A Way Out game coming out. It's the Prison Break style co-op game where one person plays as an inmate already in, and another one comes in as another inmate, and you both have to work together to get out of prison.
I'm looking forward to that one, honestly. It looks pretty cool.
So basically, school.
Yeah, pretty much. But when you text your one friend, dude, come get me, come pick me up.
If only all my friends were in school.
The only thing about this, though, is like the thing I see that seems kind of like meh is how like one player will be in a cutscene while the other's still free to roam around. I could already tell there's gonna be so much trolling going on with that.
Seriously, there really is.
That they're gonna. I can see it now. You're gonna be in the middle of a cutscene. You're just gonna see the other guy like running around in the background, like, "Hey, look at me! I'm ruining this totally cinematic shot. Bye."
It'll look like the old Scooby Doo's where they're running through doors and then the monster's chasing them. You see then the monster's chasing them, and then they're chasing the monster.
Yeah, no, the Benny Hill theme's playing in the background.
Yeah.
Slightly unrelated, but also kind of unrelated to what that whole trolling thing makes. It makes me think of this one war game that my friend and I played one time when we were younger. Problem is, we tried playing two-player. Here's the problem with that: the level we were on, player one is the one that walks around shooting people, and the second player is in jail, and you have to free him. So we literally spent 2 hours with me in the jail cell, not being able to do anything.
So yeah, hey, watch your friend play for about 2 hours.
That was pretty much it.
No, but the game is apparently developed by the same company that made Brothers, the Tale of Two Brothers, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Hazelight.
I remember that game.
Hazelight
Yeah.
Studios.
Oh, I forgot.
Which-
I've been meaning to play that game.
Yeah, no, I remember that game, and it was pretty interesting, but also kind of a pain because in order to play it, it's like, oh, to play the other character, you have to use the opposite side of the control, which is really weird when you're trying to like synchronize stuff. It's like,
The only
you
thing
really
kept
learn to
keeping
become
me.
ambidextrous.
The only thing that really kept me from playing that game was it was controller. The Steam page says it was controller was required.
Yeah, which I was like, I already have one, although I have to be that little pleb because I have an afterglow. Yay! It sparkles when I play it.
I used to have an Afterglow controller, and then there was this weird update and that completely destroyed it.
Yeah. No, Afterglow is really weird because like I was using the same controller on my laptop and there was a really big latency issue. Like literally, I moved the thumbstick forward and it would take a whole second for my character to move, and I was like, this isn't gonna work. I got my new computer, plugged it in, didn't do anything to the controller itself. Runs just fine.
We're switching
What game were we
gears.
talking about again?
A Way Out.
Oh yeah, we were talking about a video game.
Oh yeah, honestly, I don't really know that one. Ooh, a shotgun.
We're switching gears.
Yeah, I don't really.
We're still talking about the new State of Decay game coming out next year. Or can we talk about how it was set to come out this year, and then was moved to 2018, which made me kind of angry because I was really looking forward to this game coming out this year.
Yeah.
I mean, the first.
It
State
seems
of
like it.
Go ahead.
It seems like the most hype things are always like held back longer than you'd expect. Like Game of Thrones did the same thing, and everybody was pissed.
State of Decay. I bought the State of Decay Year One edition back when they came out with the physical copy for the PC. I haven't played it too much, mostly because terrible performance issues for some reason. I can't get it to work or get a decent frame rate. But I will say I did. I don't think it's my computer. I was able to play Doom perfectly well.
Alright, yeah, I got nothing.
So-
And
I don't know. I do enjoy the game though. I did enjoy it, but I uninstalled it because
yeah,
frame rate.
I mean, I played the hell out of it. I bought it right when it came out on the 360, and I got the year one edition when it came out on Xbox One. And I heard that they're coming out with a new one, and that the new one has multiplayer, which is something we all wanted in the first game.
Oh yeah, I think I read an interview that the reason they didn't have multiplayer was because they would have to rewrite the entire engine or something.
Yeah.
Which that would have been a pain in the ass.
And there were a lot of things people were worried about was, what happens if we try to get into a game and we can't make it private, or we're in an open game and someone just has way better weapons than us and they just keep on shooting us down. I read an interview that this game is going to be multiplayer-wise fully cooperative. There's going to be no there's probably going to be player versus player modes you can play in the game, but when it comes to just free roam, there's not going to be any player versus player interaction in that sense.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
So, from what I've seen of State of Decay, to me anyway, because I've never played it, I've never seen anything about it until today. It looks like another zombie survival game, like H1Z1 and stuff.
Well, it's
I don't know.
Kind of just. It does pretty unique things.
Like what?
in the sense that you don't just
remember.
play as a single person. You play as a whole community of people. Say, for instance, you're playing as a person named Mike, and he gets tired or he gets hurt. You can take control of a girl named Susie and take her out, look for supplies, and then come back when she gets tired, switch to somebody else. And then Mike gets healed up. You can go back to Mike and keep going and surviving the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
I
like...
kept,
so
I kept restarting because my favorite character, who's the black guy you start out as, kept dying.
Marcus, yeah, because when you die in the game,
so I was like, fuck.
Because when you die in that game, that character's gone. He doesn't come back. He or she doesn't come back.
Yeah, so it's slightly roguelike. God damn it. And wait, no, not roguelike. Shit, I don't know. What am I talking about anymore?
Who knows? What are any of us talking about?
We're talking about nerdy things.
That's what this whole podcast is about. Now I want to.
Hope so. Otherwise, I'm out of my element.
Yeah, I just want to quickly touch on the new Call of Duty game coming out, because it seems that they're going in the right direction now with Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare all being set in the future era, in space, flying jump jets. I've heard so many, like when Infinite Warfare was announced to be in the future, people were all swarming towards Battlefield 1. I mean, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure the original trailer for Infinite Warfare was
It got so
given
many hates.
it was like 35 million dislikes within like the first day it was on YouTube.
I think it was like on par with the reboot of Ghostbusters trailer.
Oh
Except,
yeah, that.
let's not
reboot.
talk about that.
Yeah, I think it's best if we don't. All
right.
Oh, go ahead, Justice. No.
My thoughts on Call of Duty, real quick. I personally, while it wasn't really enough to make me want to buy the games, so the first Call of Duty game I ever actually bought and played myself was Black Ops 2. Before that, I played the earlier Call of Duty games at my friend's house, and I enjoyed them. With Black Ops 2, I was disappointed because it took me like 6 hours to beat the game, and it was just so many. I don't know. I'm used to playing games like Doom and all that. What the hell? Oh. Basically, all right. I thought they were taking a step in the right direction with trying to be slightly different with the futuristic thing. What pisses me off is the minute they got all the backlash for Infinite Warfare and how it was too futuristic, they're like, "Oh, we were just kidding. We're taking a step towards the right direction where we started." So, I think World War II was literally just because they didn't want to piss any more people off. It's not because they wanted to do it, but they figured they might as well do something people would enjoy.
Well, no, I don't think that's the case, because the thing is, each of those games are made by different companies. Like, for example, the way it works is all the Advanced Warfare, and I think Modern Warfare 2 were by Infinity Ward. Actually, no. Advanced Warfare was done by Sledgehammer, right? No, it wasn't done by Treyarch.
Advanced Warfare was Sledgehammer.
Yeah. Advanced Warfare was Sledgehammer. It was the first time they had done a game, and everyone's like, "Who are you?" But
well, no,
Treyarch always stuck to like.
I thought Sledgehammer worked with Infinity Ward on Modern Warfare 3.
They might have. I don't know. All I remember is when I booted up Modern Warfare 3, Infinity Ward was the symbol that came up, not Sledgehammer. In Advanced Warfare, only Sledgehammer comes up and not Infinity Ward. So I'm not entirely sure how much they played a part in Modern Warfare 3.
But either way, continue.
Yeah, no, but I've been playing Call of Duty since World at War, and I was strictly Treyarch. I didn't really like Modern Warfare and stuff. It was like, okay, yeah, it's modern day. Yeah. That's fine. But I first got World at War, and I was like, oh, this is different. I like this. And then there were zombies for it, and I was like, okay, yep, this is my game now. I love this.
That was the same way with me. The first Call of Duty game I picked up and played through the whole way by myself was Black Ops. And I loved the Black Ops storyline. Then
that's another thing. I bought World of Warfare right before, or World of Warfare. Hello, English. I bought World at War just a month or two before Black Ops came out. It was because again I was still discovering. Ooh, what does M-rated mean?
Yeah, right.
So I bought that, and then Black Ops was coming out, and I was like, I want it, and I bought one, and I was like, this is even better. And then Black Ops 2 came out, and I was like, whoa, it's in the future, but it's like realistic future, not like Halo. Halo's way too far in the future.
Because Black Ops 2 was far enough in the future, you could believe it, because it was things that we were on track in real life to getting and making.
Exactly, and that was like a huge selling point of the game. And I was like, I am down. I even bought the collector's edition because I was so into it.
Because we have those drones that fly around. We have the hunter-killer drones. We're on our way to making those big mechs that walk through the water and shoot at our enemies. We're on our way to making those little AGRs. There's so much stuff that the military has already that we don't even know exists. So
essentially, it was basically fuck. It's like this cyberpunk. It's like this. Someone talk. All right, I'll go. So essentially, it's like the cyberpunk genre in that it's science fiction, but it's grounded in reality.
Exactly.
And with less neon.
Yeah, way less neon.
Neon is great.
Way less. Could you imagine just a bunch of soldiers going through the jungle? It's like, all right, guys, stealth operation.
We're fabulous.
They're like literally covered head to toe in neon.
It's like Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Although I will admit, there were some aspects that seemed very cyberpunk. Like there was this one, not a scope. It was like a tactical lens you could look through that like was part radar. I can't remember what it was called for the life of me, but it was really cool because you could even see people who were invisible.
You mean the ones that like it always sent out that one wave that like you could see outlines like through walls and whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that thing was cool.
I thought probably the most interesting aspect was the fact that are we which one are we still talking about? Black Ops 2?
I believe
now
so.
we're talking. Yeah.
All right. So remember when I forget what's the main enemy's name?
Menendez.
Oh, Menendez. When he
right.
gets on the USS Obama, and he like just breaks open that glass eye. There's like a little probably SD card rip-off thing in there. And just through that one thing, he's able to like take control over pretty much the entire defense network of America. I thought that whole cyber attack thing was probably the most interesting aspect.
I mean, that was like the selling point of the game, because in the original trailer, you saw Woods in the wheelchair saying, "We had all these toys, but what happens when the enemy takes the keys?" That's what the game was about.
Yeah. Ultimately,
also, that was another thing. That was another huge selling point. Was Woods, man? Yeah. Everyone thought Woods was dead, and there he is, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's Woods!"
And then we find out that Mason dies, or he can die.
Just imagine a little Justice Kelly in middle school, just sitting at lunch with all the people that he's not friends with. They're all talking about the trailer for the new Call of Duty game that he doesn't know anything about. And they're like, "I thought he died," and I'm just like, "Who?"
No. No, that brought up a memory.
Who's Woods?
I really hate when they make announcements during when they make game announcements during school and stuff, because then everybody loses their mind no matter where they are.
Yeah.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
Do you remember?
No. Were you there, Justice? Were you in my class when that happened?
I don't know. I never had any. The only class I had with you is E2020. Remember the whole exodus to Target so we could all get the Nuka-Cola?
Oh, I remember that. No, but that's not what I'm talking about. So, high school me. It's senior year and all that. It's the end of the year, so we're all like just watching movies and stuff. But a friend of mine, I should probably make up the name for him.
Billy.
I'll call him Nick. No, I'll call him Nick. So Nick like taps me on the shoulder. He goes, "Have you heard this?" And he like shows me this webpage article talking about how there's something going on with Bethesda's website. And I'm like, "Huh, what was going on?" I go on the Wi-Fi. I pull it up myself because we're just watching a movie. Nobody gives a shit. It was like I think I can't remember the movie. That's how much I was paying attention. And I look it up and it's just this countdown timer, and it's down to like an hour. And I'm like, dude, this is gonna finish before class ends. So we didn't even look at the movie the entire time. We just spent an hour staring at my phone screen like, what is this? What is it?
Such mystery.
What is it? What's funny is it'd been going on for days and I didn't know about it, and neither did he. We just found out like the hour before it comes out. And then I remember the timer ran out and we were like, what is it? And it froze. And we realized, oh yeah, there's probably like billions of people looking at this right now. It's probably crashing. Refresh. After spending a whole half hour, I get it to work. And the trailer starts playing and everything, and it shows Fallout and all that. And then the last thing is just the main character stands up. He goes, "Come on, boy!" Like he actually speaks, and then the Fallout 4 logo comes up, and me and my friend lost our minds.
Wasn't that like the first time the Fallout character actually spoke?
Yeah, because Fallout 4 is the only Fallout game where your character actually speaks.
Well, so far.
I'm trying to think of any other Bethesda
I'm
game
hoping
that
they
a
don't
character
do another
speaks.
one.
You know what'd be really cool? Fallout.
I know
2.
some the Terminator games from the 90s.
Wow, yeah.
The Terminator FPS games.
We started talking about Call of Duty World War II, and now we're off on freaking Fallout 4.
Well, this is going great. Everything's going to plan.
Let's switch gears and let's start talking about the new Star Wars Battlefront game that's coming out.
I know nothing of it.
Well, the first note is there's going to be a single player campaign.
Well, that's more interesting. That's more my style,
you play as a Imperial Stormtrooper Special Forces operative. I can't remember her name. I really can't.
Oh,
But
I was gonna say, oh god, if they make you play Finn.
It bridges the gap between Episode 6 and 7. It shows the fall of the Empire and the rise of the First Order.
Ooh.
What was 7?
Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. The brand new movie.
Yeah, it bridges that gap.
Well, there's Rogue. There was Rogue.
Rogue One bridged the gap between 3 and 4.
The closest I've ever gotten with Star Wars is I was at my friend's house one time last year. He and his family are huge Star Wars fans. The minute they found out I've never seen a Star Wars movie, they pretty much forced me to sit down and watch the original Star Wars.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if they made you start with Episode 1, they are horrible people.
Come here, Justice tapes you to the chair.
It was literally a matter of they're huge fans. So we were just sitting there. I was at his house for the first time. He's like, "Oh yeah, Dad. By the way, Justice has never seen Star Wars." He dropped what he was doing, walked over to the TV, put Episode 4, and was like, "All right, sit down, or you're getting out of the house." And I was forced to watch. It was decent. I liked it. But then, other than that, the closest I've gotten with Star Wars is 90s FPS game Dark Forces, which is a Star Wars game. Leave it to me to play all the outdated games.
Oh yeah.
My dad has the entire collection. So I literally as a kid I remember spending entire days watching from 1 to 6 and hating myself for it because it's so long. I would literally spend a whole day doing it.
Alright guys, we are back, and I believe we left off... Where did we leave off? Oh, Wolfenstein 2.
Wait,
yes!
Yes!
I'll just let you guys take this away.
Okay, let me tell you guys. Wolfenstein 2. It's going to be fucking amazing. Like, so amazing. Alright,
I like
Austin,
that's all you had to add. It's going to be great!
That is amazing.
Hold on. Alright, Austin, have you seen the trailer yet?
I have seen bits of it.
You literally, in the beginning of the game, dual-wield automatic shotguns in a wheelchair killing Nazis. How does that not sound badass?
The only way it could be better is if you had like the Team America theme song playing over it, just America, and you're just shooting all over the place.
Seriously.
I feel like that's what that entire game is. If the opening title for Wolfenstein 2 is not the Team America theme song, I'm going to be sorely disappointed.
Oh my god.
That would be so great.
That would be good.
No, it's have you guys played?
Also, accept Pearl Jam as a secondary, but
Pearl Jam is a euphemism for semen.
Oh boy.
okay then.
Anyway, what is it? What was I about to say? Shit. Have you guys played what's it called?
First
New Order?
I personally have not. I never actually got around to playing it.
The first Wolfenstein is from the 90s.
I keep seeing it in my brain. I literally feel like that one song. It's my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. That's how I feel. I keep seeing it, and it's like I want to buy it, but money. But Wolfenstein.
Dude, you should have got it during the Steam sale, dude.
I know.
Dude, you have to get it. It's amazing.
I think I own the New Order on Xbox.
Dude, play it. It's amazing.
Wait, is New
You
Order
can do-
the first in the story? Like for
This
I know
new
they had a-
story,
Right,
I
so-
believe so.
Well, no, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
Apparently, I haven't played this one. So in terms of Wolfenstein games I played Wolfenstein 3D, which is, from 92 or 93.
Yeah,
The grandfather
the one
of the
that's
first
like
person
Doom.
the grandfather of the first-person shooter genre. Then I've played Return to Wolfenstein from like the early 2000s or late 90s, I forget. It's fantastic. Then there's the first one that wasn't made by id Software. The first-person shooter one that was just called Wolfenstein, I think, and it revolved more around the the whole Nazis trying to control the supernatural aspect. I haven't played it. Most people haven't, but from what I've heard, it's just pretty much a mediocre first-person shooter. But basically, the New Order is a sequel to that, and basically, the New Order is basically after they failed with the supernatural aspect, they're like, "Fuck it, we're doing robots."
Oh yeah, I did. I
And that's
played
doing robots, and that's how they won World War II.
I remember playing the trail or the demo for that old Wolfenstein game that came out in like 07.
Yeah, I haven't played that one. I kind of do, but on the other hand, money.
Money.
Okay,
It's probably
so
not that expensive.
From
anymore,
what
though.
I see, there are actually quite a few Wolfenstein games. There is Wolfenstein 3D, which is the OG. There's
not the
Return. There's something called Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which
Yeah, that's good.
I guess that is part of the game. Then
Excellent.
there's Wolfenstein Old Blood, Wolfenstein the New Order, and Wolfenstein the New Colossus is apparently out. Oh no, it's available October 27th. I really
Old
hate that
Blood-
Steam does that.
Old Blood is is a standalone expansion. It's like a prequel to New Order. But there's actually two Wolfenstein games, I believe either early 90s or the 80s, that weren't made by id Software. They were the first Wolfenstein games where basically you just play. It's more stealth oriented. It's like a top-down thing where you're just trying to avoid Nazis and sneak your way out of Castle Wolfenstein. I think it's called Escape from Castle Wolfenstein. I forget. I don't know. Nor do I care. But like the first one that people give a shit is Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. New Colossus is going to be amazing.
It definitely looks fun. I had never heard of Wolfenstein before E3, and the first thing I saw of it was like the live action commercial thing for it with the Robo Dog. I don't know what they're called.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, no, but I saw that and I was like, I don't know what that thing is, but I want to fight it. That was my first instinct. What's that? A giant killer robot with knife teeth and breathes fire? I want to shoot it.
Yeah.
It's amazing you've
My
lasted
brain
this
literally
long.
went into. Yeah, no, my brain immediately just went Leroy Jenkins.
It's amazing you've lasted this long.
Has your mother had any other kids that lived?
Yes, actually, my little sister. Although we believe she has her own issues.
I was trying to make a
I've
joke.
met her.
Like,
I can back that up.
I was trying to make a joke. You guys ruined it.
Too bad. It's our joke now.
Oh well.
Anyway, New Colossus, gonna be great. I might even get the collector's edition because I want the action figure.
There's a game I'm looking forward to personally, Middle Earth: Shadow of War, because I played Shadow of Mordor and I really enjoyed it.
I bought Mordor during the Steam summer sale. I have yet to install it. I've heard good things about it though.
And in like Shadow of Mordor, you can take down Sauron's whole army from within, planting orcs to send death threats, fight other higher ranking orcs. But in Shadow of War, they're introducing sieges and the formation of your own army. And that's something I can't wait for, being a huge like medieval history siege fan myself.
Sounds like it'll be fun.
Oh yeah. And have you guys seen
Cool.
the trailer that they played at E3 or no?
For
No,
what?
I haven't.
Shadow
Oh.
of War.
Not
yeah,
E3,
no,
but
Shadow
I've
of
seen casual trailers for like advertisements on YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
You
It
fight
looks-
for the bright light.
Yeah.
Still gonna be a better game than the Assassin's Creed ripoff.
Hmm.
Jeez, that
If
Shadow of Mordor, that was horrible. Or was it Shadow of War? I forget.
Shadow
I
of
forget
War
which
is
one's
the,
which.
Shadow of War is the one coming out.
Yeah, Shadow of Mordor, where it was like, oh hey, you want to play Assassin's Creed, but it's themed around the Ring. Yeah, here you go. Or Lord of the Rings, not the Ring. That would make an interesting game.
That would make a very interesting game.
Actually, The Ring sucks. I hate that movie.
You
Never
kill,
seen it.
You kill the wrong person. 7 days.
Oh,
You got 7 days to beat the game. Do it now.
that would actually be pretty cool.
Like
a
you-
game
you
that
have
had
to-
a time
you-
orientation.
You have to register your phone number to play the game, and as soon as you kill the first, like, you commit the first crime in the game, you get a phone call from a recorded voice from the developers. 7 days.
Click.
Actually, you know, it'd be a pretty cool game.
And
Actually,
if you don't beat the game in 7 days, your save gets wiped.
that'd be pretty cool. Actually, you know, it'd be an interesting game. A game based on The Ring that's actually like a mystery game. You actually it's a really hard mystery game. You have to actually find, you know, clues and all that.
You mean something like
Well, actually-
like Silent Hill?
And like you said, after 7 days, you're done.
You
gotta
die and you
restart
have to
the
start
whole
over.
thing. Uh-huh.
I mean, The Grudge has its own game for the Wii.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Let's not talk. I haven't played it, but I heard it's terrible. It
Yeah,
seems
it's the controls are really wonky.
Yeah, I've
the
seen.
time event of the game.
I don't know. A lot of Wii games don't make a lot of sense. Like, in terms of control wise, like
Wii Sports, Mario
No.
Galaxy.
Oh boy.
no, okay, yeah, no, Mario Galaxy was out there, but I mean, it's
Mario
those
Galaxy's
controls you can figure out after a while. But I mean, in terms of the Grudge game, literally, you would see the Grudge and it zooms in on her face, and you have to like wildly shake your controller.
I don't think she's called Grudge. It's called the Grudge because she has a grudge.
I don't know what. Okay, what's her name then, huh?
Yeah, what's your name, Justice?
What do you call it?
Wait, what are we
Or
talking?
whatever.
Oh, hold on. Let me get my copy right now.
That weird looking ghost.
His copy. He's just gonna Google it.
That weird
I
looking.
forget her name. She does have a name. I forget. It's not like I paid attention. My copy, literally right above my computer monitor, is just all my movies, so I could just reach up and grab whatever I want.
Well, the lady, whatever her name is, or
The
him,
spooky
who knows.
lady.
The spooky, yeah, the spooky. No wait,
The
that's
spooky.
different. No wait, hold on, that's a completely different video game.
Yeah,
Spooky's has to jump scares anyone?
Yeah, I
yeah.
actually have that installed on my computer.
I refuse to touch that game. Nope. Because it messes with you, man.
It's
I hate
when
it.
it's when it gets silent. You're like, okay, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And then a freaking cup of coffee pops out of the wall and makes you scream.
The
No,
one
not even
game
that.
that makes any man feel like
I'm
a
actually
bitch for
planning on
nothing.
playing that on the channel.
Yeah, no,
What
I
were we
actually
talking
hate-
about?
I'm still ranting about spookies because the thing about spooky that I hate is it lulls you into a false sense of security.
Seriously.
You will literally go like 100 floors without a problem, and then you get to like 101 or something, and then it's just like surprise! Now you have this thing chasing you. Have fun. And it chases you through multiple rooms.
I'm freaking. I'm
And it's
sitting
like,
there.
nope,
I'm
nope,
sitting there. I'm holding the run. I'm holding W to go forward. I'm holding Shift down, and my finger keeps slipping off Shift. Sticky keys happens on my computer, and it got me killed.
Rip.
I
Oh
got
no!
the
And then there are some creatures that just you don't even know what they do, and they just kill you outright. Like the infinite hallway with the demon face.
Yeah, the one that you just keep walking and it just keeps getting farther away from you. You keep going, and then you eventually just die.
Yeah, no, that's like, what are you supposed to do? How do you deal with that?
You know, a game I think all three of us should try to get if our computers collectively can work it. Sea of Thieves. That game looks like fun.
Is that the pirate one?
It is the cartoon pirate game.
Oh yeah, I saw some gameplay from that. That looks. I really do want to get that. That looks like fun.
Yeah, the fact that you and your friends can get together on a pirate ship and just start blowing up other ships and islands and everything else.
It's like No Man's Sky, but on the sea, but actually good.
And not overly hyped.
Uh-huh. Actually, you know what the best game coming out is? The 57th release of Skyrim.
Oh boy.
All the Skyrim. Dovahkiin, boy. We don't have time to make a new game. We flopped on Fallout 4. We're helping with Wolfenstein. We ain't got time for a new Elder Scrolls.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard like people were bashing Bethesda's conference at E3 this year.
Oh yeah, they were.
They said it was like
all
the
it
worst
was,
one.
Hey, we're doing Skyrim. By the way, we're also doing another Skyrim. Here's another Skyrim. Oh yeah, and here's Wolfenstein.
Oh, by the way, and you know
And
now
everyone lost their
Fallout's in
mind on
VR. Now
Wolfenstein.
Doom's in VR. Now Skyrim's in VR.
No, I am going to rant real quick. You know what pisses me off about... Here's the thing. I don't have VR yet. I want desperately to upgrade my rig so I can get Oculus and all that. Doom VFR. Interesting. It makes more sense because Doom has been the original Doom has been compared to VR ever since its inception. So it makes sense. VFR, I'm pretty sure, stands for virtual fucking reality.
Like the BFG, big fucking gun.
And it's not like straight up they're taking Doom and porting it to VR. They changed it around, so it's not. I don't think it's following the whole story. Fallout 4 VR. It's interesting that it's literally just Fallout 4 in VR. It's the entire game in VR. Here's what annoys me about it. They're charging $60 for it. That's in my mind.
How can they charge $60 for a game just for a VR upgrade that's already?
It's its own thing. It's not just an upgrade. Because I think it either should come free, but you know what? It shouldn't come free because they worked on it. At most, it should be $20 to $30 if you own the game already.
I'm honestly curious how games like Doom and Fallout are going to work in VR, because VR up until recently has been standstill. You have to be in one specific spot and you cannot move from that spot. Except now with HTC's Vive and stuff, where now you actually have like a play area. But I mean, I'm not sure how that's going to work out for Fallout and stuff. Am I just going to hold the controller and walk forward and then just be looking around the whole time?
Have you not seen the controllers for the Vive?
Doesn't it have like thumbsticks?
Oculus. They have like they're almost the nunchucks for the Wii.
Oh, are you talking about the ones that are like a circle?
What?
Like it has like it looks like a nunchuck.
It looks like
a
big
TV.
It looks like a big TV remote.
Yeah,
Yes,
I've seen it.
Essentially, one of them is going to allow you to you're probably going to be able to walk around, because with Doom, how it is, it seems very similar to Robo Recall, which I tried up in Tampa. Basically, you hold down the joystick, and a blue circle appears, and you aim it wherever you move the joystick wherever the hell you want to go. And once you let go of it, it'll teleport you over to where that was.
Oh
Doom,
yeah,
Doom is kind of going to be the Wii.
I've seen games do that before. It's kind of meh. It's actually mostly more jarring than anything, because if you mess up your aim and you jump, you'll jump and you'll be still facing the same direction. You're like, where is everybody? And you'll turn around and everybody's running at you.
Actually, no. You can change the direction that you face when you teleport. At least it was like that in Robo Recall.
I was gonna say that's even more debilitating because then it's like, okay, which way is front again?
It's jarring at first, but you get used to it. It was great.
Yeah. Well, no, like especially in cases of Doom. Doom is all about movement.
Being
you know,
fast as fast as you can.
You're being
Gotta go
fast and
fast.
constantly
Gotta go
moving.
fast.
You know, you can't stand still and play Doom. That's not how that works. So if you're doing Doom VR, you have to have a way where you can move around quickly, and the only way I see that working is with a joystick. But then again, that also causes motion sickness to most players because you're moving even though you're standing in the same spot, and your body knows this, and it's like, hey, something's not right here. I'm gonna throw up. I find it funny how that's the body's response to motion sickness. Just things aren't adding up here. Better throw up.
Let's try fixing that with a controlled shock. I'm sorry, I had to.
What were we talking? Oh yeah, we were talking about Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, we were talking about Sea of Thieves.
This is just like actual conversations in real life with
really
us.
is.
Even with a guide, we can't stay focused.
Not at all. But back on to Sea of Thieves.
I saw a gameplay of it. It looks pretty fun actually.
It really does. It has that pick up and play factor. You can just pick up a game with your friends, and you can just get on a boat.
I like how the
go out to sea.
what's it called works. Shit. The treasure hunting thing, how it gives you riddles.
Yeah.
And those riddles are how you find the treasure. That's awesome.
Yeah, you actually have to be somewhat intelligent in order to find treasure.
Yeah.
Sorry, Emilio. Guess you can't play.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna let Justice go crazy here for a minute. Justice, why don't you tell me about that Cyberpunk 2077 game coming out?
Okay, here you guys go.
All right. I don't know anything about it,
Unfortunately-
Justice.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of news on it. CD Projekt Red, they're being pretty secretive. But for those who don't know, Cyberpunk 2077 is an upcoming game by the people who are behind the Witcher games. Witcher 3 was considered to be incredible. I haven't played it, but I have a friend who was obsessed with it when it came out. But the Cyberpunk 2077, it's based on a tabletop RPG, series of tabletop RPG games that have been coming out since the 80s called Cyberpunk. And as you can tell, it takes place in the cyberpunk genre, which I am an absolute bitch for. I'll say it again. I'm a bitch for the cyberpunk genre. I love it so much. But anyway, I'm excited. And according to people have gone on about Witcher 3 saying it's one of the best open world games and all that stuff. According to CD Projekt Red themselves, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be bigger and better in every way to The Witcher 3.
That actually sounds really awesome.
It really
I'm
is.
excited. They're going to have flying cars. Apparently, they're looking to try to make it so that the city itself is a living, breathing city. So that, like, I don't really understand how that is. Probably like the Stalker games, where even when you're not in a area, shit can still go on in it. People could die and all that stuff. I'm so excited. I am just.
Anyway, I want to close this one out with The Last of Us Part 2. That was like a surprise for most people.
Yeah, no, that one, everyone thought, okay, it left off on a good place, it's all good now. And then it's like, boom, surprise, Ellie's older.
And knows how to play the guitar.
I actually haven't played Last of Us.
It was...
Boy, you better treat yourself.
It hits you with emotional distress right at the very beginning.
The thing I like about The Last of Us, like, we actually had an assignment in school when it came out, was it's like, can video games be art? And
of course.
Yeah.
we were talking about The Last of Us because it was so well done, like,
it was.
especially in the cityscapes where it's like all overgrown and stuff. And it's like everyone was comparing it to like a movie because that's how it seemed. It was like that kind of quality. Not to mention the story was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like, hey, surprise, we're coming out a second one. Prepare your hearts, boys. It's going to get feelsy in here.
Yeah. And
I've heard nothing but good things about The Last of Us, pretty much.
yeah, in the first one, people thought Joel was riding off as being a dick about not wanting to take care of Ellie. It's not the fact that he didn't want to take care of Ellie. It's about the fact that he didn't want to go through losing another daughter figure.
So it's kind of the standard standard
Because
loner attitude.
right as soon as the whole outbreak started, he lost his daughter, and then 20 years
I played
later,
the first 5 minutes. I played the first 5 minutes of Last of Us, so I know how it starts.
20 years later,
But as soon as I got to like the real,
go ahead.
as soon as I got to like the first human fight, I was just like, yeah, I give up.
20 years later, he's tasked with helping take care of this girl who's just, I think, almost just as old, maybe a little older than his daughter was. But to wrap it up, there are a lot of good games coming out within the next year.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped.
Well, we were very hyped.
We didn't get to talk about Spider-Man, but that's cool. I see how it is. I'll be the fanboy over in the corner. Don't mind me.
You want to talk about Spider-Man? Go ahead.
I mean, there's not much to talk about. Like, from the gameplay trailers that I saw for it, it got me super excited because it's literally like Batman, but it's in such a much lighter tone because it's Spider-Man. He's always joking and talking shit the entire time.
Does this take place in kind of the Homecoming vein, or is it
I'm not
separate?
sure. I don't think it does actually, because it also involves things like the Kingpin, and Kingpin is like usually follows the arc of like 80 Spider-Man. I'm not sure where they're putting the story.
Wait, Kingpin.
I like how it
Kingpin
looks.
and Daredevil and Punisher.
Yeah,
That Kingpin. Oh, okay, then that's interesting.
but something I really liked about it, what they did for the gameplay trailer, is they showed this QuickTime event that's going on. It's like a helicopter's dragging along this giant like metal thing. It basically becomes a wrecking ball that you attach to the helicopter to try to hold it down. That didn't work out, and it's flying through the city, tearing things up, and you have to chase after it. And there's like all these QuickTime events with these crazy Matrix moments, and it's like, yes, I want it. All right, I'm done fanboying.
Okay. Well, that's going to about do it for this first edition of the Ajheatblast podcast. I want to thank my guest, Emilio.
Wait.
Whoa, what?
System Shock remake and System Shock 3.
Justice, nobody cares.
They're gonna be good. They're gonna be good.
That's all you gotta say. It's gonna be good. Okay.
They're gonna be good. The demo for the remake of System Shock, the System Shock remake,
You had to.
it was fantastic. System
This is
Shock
rude.
3.
You cut them off and everything.
I had to. I'm sorry, Austin. I had to.
It's okay. We don't want to be another one of these anyway. But I want to thank my guests, Emilio and Justice, for joining me on this podcast. It was a lot of fun. And if you guys enjoyed this, leave down a comment if you want to see more of these. Hit this video with a big old thumbs up. Hit that big red subscribe button. And as always, stay awesome.